All right, hello everyone, and welcome. Yes, I'm here today to promote Jitse Lemmens' comic Conquest of Happiness, and with me today is Jitse Lemmens.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine. It's a little bit, how do you say it? Not unexpected to be on here, but might as well get on with it.
So, what made you decide to do this?
Um, it's been a story that I have had for a long time. It's a short story about something that happens. I won't explain too much, but I was stuck with it for a long time because the puzzle wasn't complete.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, COVID happened, so you have more time to think about things. And at one point, the puzzle pieces came together, and it went from a mere idea to something more concrete. And seeing I have enough time uh, in a day to do something, I might as well make a comic, I guess, because I'm not capable enough to make an actual animation. I decided to make a comic about it, and voila. That's how it came to be. I worked on it. I don't know how long I worked on it, but the story has been around for years. So I think I spent a couple of weeks actually drawing and making the layouts. Then I spent more weeks finding a solution to the printing problem. That, of course, once I found it, had to be tested.
Right.
Um, and yeah, now I'm at a place where I can offer it to people if they want.
Oh, I do like that. So, what's the deal with the printing? I know we talked about that, but people may want to hear about that as well.
Yeah, so because I'm in Belgium, and most of the people I know are foreigners for me, usually United States, United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
It would be very difficult for me to actually sell a physical copy to one of you people if you do it the normal way, because as I have mentioned with the Birds Little Helper thing, actually sending the book to people costs more money than making the book.
Right.
So I was looking for other stuff. Indiegogo, I'm not popular enough to go to Indiegogo and have like 100 people collect money from me.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have a site, I figured might as well do it on my site because I have a shop on my site.
Right.
So I was looking for a drop shipping solution. And luckily, I found a company that mixes the two things. So what actually happens is when you buy a book on my web shop, uh, the plugin that I'm using or the connection with the printer, it
Mm-hmm.
will send it will send a notification to the printer nearest to you. So that printer near you, I don't know which printer it is. That's
Right.
something they don't mention. The that printer will print the product. It can be any product. This is just a comic book in this case, but they have T-shirts and mugs and other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's printed, they will send it to you at local shipping costs. So that's a win-win situation
Oh,
because
absolutely.
there's no high shipping costs, no import taxes, and there is a little VAT, but that's also calculated based on where you live instead of where I am.
Right.
So yeah, that's the. I think it's a marvelous idea. It has it has a certain flaw, of course, but yeah, there's pros and cons to everything.
Yes, absolutely. What would you say is the biggest pro?
Well, the not having large shipping costs and VAT is a definite pro because I can sell anywhere in the world. So if a Chinese person lands on my website and he decides to buy it, he can have it in a couple of days. And that's much better than me printing 1,000 copies at my local printer, which will be in my garage, and then I have to send it out to people, pay the shipping costs, etc., etc.
I mean, that right there would, make drive the cost up so high it would be insanely expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing well, it's something I knew, but at first I wanted to buy an ISBN number because that makes it official.
Mm-hmm.
But those costs like 300 euros for 10.
Wow.
So that's $30 a book. So you need to at selling my book at $10, for example, I need to at least sell 3 of them to be even.
Mm-hmm.
And besides doing this out of the love of creating stuff, I of course would like to make money and not lose money.
Right. Well, see, that's one reason why I decided to go ahead and do this stream was to promote this to hopefully um, draw some attention to it.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And the fact that I do want to say that Jitse and I are going to be working together some. Um, we'll have to discuss the details, of course, but I would like to have you on more.
Mhm.
So, um, and it would be much appreciated. So, and then of course we can talk about other things as well.
Yeah,
But,
I need to come. I need to come out of my shell more. I'm getting more and more reclusive,
right,
which of course is detrimental to actually being in a community. Um, and I sincerely believe in the rising tide raises all ship kind of thing. So might as well work together and get bigger with each other's help, or at least
absolutely.
try to get bigger.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what's important. That's why I decided I wanted to go ahead and do this because, you know, um, it was funny looking at the stream before it started. It's like, oh hey, we got 2 Aussie upvotes before we even come live. It's like, wow, you don't even know what's going on. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But
just ignore those people or bots.
well, they're probably bots. No big deal. But and I Love Food did say it's a great title, and I agree.
Yeah, I googled it yesterday. There's apparently also another book, but that's a psychological book apparently, which I didn't know about.
Ah,
But it doesn't for books. It
no,
doesn't matter if you have the same title.
it wouldn't have been something you would have gone, oh, this is. It goes with the story from what I've seen,
Yeah,
and I think that's something that people will, if they decide to go ahead and buy it, which I hope they do. I have included the link in the description, um, and I hope that people will take the time to look and will consider buying because it's not something that's very expensive.
no, it's well, the printer is to print it is pretty cheap as well. It varies between the countries.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the calculations that I was able to make, like France would be much lower printing costs than, for example, the United States. So you need to weigh your costs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm not making super a lot of money on top of it, so it's a fairly decent price, I think. And there's the PDF version, of course, if you want to avoid large costs.
And the PDF version is not very expensive either. Do you make more money off the PDF, or do you make anything off of it?
Well, the PDF is just located on my site, so that's
Oh, okay.
normally everything from the PDF goes to me, minus, of course, the bank fees and whatever other person is grabbing in the purse. Like when you pay, PayPal takes a cut. If you pay with PayPal, Molly takes a cut. So there's always leeches.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone has that problem. So
And since I couldn't really grab a great image, let me go ahead. Would you mind coming on camera to show that cover again?
yeah, I'm just gonna mention this is the proof print. So it will be a little bit different when you get it. My hair is in the wear. So this is the proof print, which currently is glossy, which is a little bit too much, in my opinion. So that will be more like this, matte instead of glossy. It doesn't really matter, I guess, whether it's glossy or not, but I prefer to have something that doesn't shimmer like a mirror.
Right.
And the insides, of course, is
I
like
like that.
this.
That is a beautiful comic. I'm looking forward to buying it and seeing more.
It is completely in black and white because I always wanted to do that.
Right.
But it's on the other side. I have advertisements. Those are in color. I cannot show a lot of the book because I don't want to spoil the story.
Oh no, I don't want that at all.
But yeah, you can look at the site. There's a small trailer for it and a couple of screenshots. So you can look at it how it is.
Absolutely. And hello, Courtney. I'm glad you were able to catch the stream. Is there anything else you'd like to mention about this?
About the comic book itself,
Yes.
not really. I am currently making other comic books, which will be a little bit more elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
I have one horror comic book that is coming, and that one is completely set up. So those will be, if I manage to do it, those will be 13 volumes. It's a complete story. I have an ending. I have every volume is already set up roughly what's going to happen. I just need to write the dialogue and, of course, draw it and ink it and color it. And the other one is it's pretty much Revenge of the Nerds combined with the Toxic Avenger kind of movie, a little bit of Ghostbusters in it. That's I have ideas for several books, but that's something that I'm creating too. So for those two books, I already am starting with illustrating the first one.
That sounds absolutely awesome, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna it will be on Odyssey because I have such a backlog on YouTube that once we hit August, you will see that one on YouTube. I made a mock trailer for those comic books and a couple of other ideas I have, but I'm going to put the trailers, the mock trailers on Odyssey in the next couple of weeks to give people an idea of what's coming.
Well, we got an idea of what's coming. That's good to hear. And for those of you who are watching, I would appreciate you sharing the stream out, leaving a like, and leaving a comment if you're watching on the replay. Again, I'd like to thank Jitse Lemmens for joining me today and getting the word out about Conquest of Happiness. You can find that in the Jitse Lemmens store, and the link is in the description below. Thank you again for joining, and have a great day.
Thanks for having me.